There's no doubt that if you and I are collaborating and working on something that requires a lot of creativity, we're going to do it a lot better in this setting, right? It's just easier face to face. I think we have to touch on the return to office issue because it's so prominent in the news. I don't know where it's going to settle out because there's certainly a big push, and we've seen it more really this fall than ever before on getting folks back to the office. And if executives, I think, are struggling with it. I think what's working is when executives sit back down with their HR department or their employees and talk about, here's the reasons we need you back in the office, whether that's 2 days a week or 5 days a week. And you've got to give valid business concerns. For example, there's no doubt that if you and I are collaborating and working on something that requires a lot of creativity, we're going to do it a lot better in this setting, right? It's just easier face to face. And an employee inherently understands that when you really talk about the reality of the creativity process. So if I use that as my business case to get you back in the office 2 or 3 or 4 days a week, you're more likely to understand, embrace it, stay engaged, and stay with the organization. But if I sit down and tell you, Frank, we've got 15,000 square feet of office space that's empty, and we need you in the office, and you come in the office 3 days a week so you can be on a Zoom call that you could have easily done without spending an hour on 635, you're going to resent that and probably eventually start looking for other opportunities. So I think as leadership teams, we've got to really be just cognizant of the message we're putting out there. I won't mention names, but there's a prominent CEO of a large bank, and he talks openly about the amount of office space that they have, and that's why they need their employees to come back. And that's just, people are just going to resent that. But they'll buy in if they know the value of it for their careers. Likewise, as you mentioned earlier, younger employees, they realize they need to be mentored and trained. But you've got to give them that information, and then you've got to follow up with leadership mentoring and training when they're back in the office so that you have some credibility. They know you were being sincere about that.
Hey, thanks for watching The Merge. We've got a ton more stuff for you to watch on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, everywhere. Check us out.